This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Detroit Lakes leader fan radio network, ho, 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 and KFAN.com. 1 minute, 18 seconds past the hour of 3 o'clock. Central Daylight Saving Time. We welcome you back to a Friday edition of the highly controversial Bumper to Bumper program. Yet again, day two from the great Minnesota get-together. My name is Dan Barreiro. I'm the ringmaster of this circus. Guardsy is the producer and occasional lion tamer as well. And we are delighted that you chose to stop by this program, whether you're listening from the cabin, whether you are in Maui, whether you are at home, or whether you are right in front of us here at the lovely grandstand location as well. We will be here only till 5 today.
How about that?
Short show.
Yeah.
Not our fault. The Minnesota Vikings had to play their last preseason game on a Friday.
In Nashville.
They want the extra time to build up to the regular season. And as a result, the pregame show will start on the Fan at 5. And that means we get out early today. One of two early shows. A week from yesterday, your Golden Gophers open. You'll be at the original bank as they prepare to take on the Buffalo Bills. No.
As Lori Fisher
called them.
Yeah.
Well, I think she was just hopeful.
Yeah.
Instead, it's the University of Buffalo. So, again, pregame show starts at 5, and that'll be a 2-hour show as well. I will remind folks, I had a couple of questions via X that whether we were going to do sermons from here. Of course we are. You kidding me? We never miss a sermon. So we'll be here on Sunday, or I will be. You won't. Along with Brett Blakemore. And then the second Sunday, I think the Chief's going to join us.
Very cool.
He made himself available either Sunday. I'm going to text him tonight and say, since it's kind of late notice now for this Sunday, hopefully he will join us next Sunday as well, which I think is the way we've done it the last couple of years with him. We are delighted that you stopped by, as I said, because we do have an outstanding guest on location in the 4. It's Andrew Zimmern. Andrew Zimmern has joined us every year forever. And some years we've had longer stretches with him than others. This year it's up in the air, right? He is scheduled for 4:30.
Correct.
We hope we can get him here early because that does happen sometimes.
It does.
He's taping something. He's in demand.
Yep.
He's a very busy man, but he always finds time for us and always gives us his A material. A lot of times he saves his A material. Example, who was he on with on Fox 9 this morning?
Who was he on with?
Matheson.
He was on the Jason Show?
It's on the Jason Show.
Did he embargo some stuff?
My sources say he's saving some of his best stuff for us at the expense of his good friend because they're tight.
They are tight.
I was honored.
That's nice.
So that who knows what's coming. I know he'll have certainly opinions on the best new fair foods.
Yep.
He's already kind of laid that out via his X account. But we'll talk with him about pretty much anything. So sometime in the 4, he will join, and we're wide open, I believe, in the first hour today. Is that correct?
No, Lori's coming.
Oh, I forgot. How could I forget about Lori?
Man, that's going to hurt her feelings. She's probably already here. She's already nervous about coming.
Did she end up getting whiskey? Like she
let me say this.
But I don't know if that's better or worse.
I hope so. Well, she needs to calm down, is the point.
Lori Fisher, for those who don't know, she is the Fox 9 senior executive producer. I've worked with her decades ago, back when, once upon a time, Fox 9 hired, what was the term? I think contributors. And the bit for me on Fox 9 was during a break, during the radio show, they even installed, at their expense, a camera in the corner of the studio. So I would take a break in the 5 o'clock hour, and during that break, I would do that phony hobnobbing with whatever, blowhard anchor they had on with me. And Lori Fisher was the person in charge of dealing with me and, coming up with what are we going to talk about, get in, get out. And to be honest, it doesn't really matter. But she claims that back then I was a lot more owly with her than I am now. I don't remember it that way, but, of course, that could be convenient for me. Mm-hmm. But we go back that far. Now, among her producing duties, senior executive producing duties, is the Enough Said TV show that Guardsy and I do, founded by the late, great Ron Rosenbaum. We just taped tonight's episode a little after noon, 12:15, 12:30 at Fox 9. And she already was asking, well, what do you want to talk about? I said, well, you tell me what you want to talk about. If that would make you more comfortable, if you have something in your wheelhouse, let me know. And she hasn't.
I know.
She hasn't told me anything. So she'll work herself up to be quite nervous.
Yeah.
And we'll just have to run with it.
Because what's
That's
fascinating...
at 3:30, correct?
Yes.
Bottom of this hour.
What's fascinating to me about her nerves is she's basically hosted Enough Said for 10 years. I mean, you open it up.
Yeah, but everything she says is scripted.
Yes and no, but she at least knows.
Well, she says enough said. That's off
the cut.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to say she does a good job with that. Like, she's clearly good. She's comfortable.
There's no question about that.
She went to school for TV.
But today I tried to get her to... how many times have we tried to draw her out about a subject?
I know.
Like today it was about TikTok.
Right.
It's right up her alley.
Right.
She knows that stuff.
Yep.
And she froze up.
I know.
Immediately.
And that's
she
what
ran from it.
I don't get, because she comes here, and the other thing she does as her side hustle is she's like a spin instructor.
Yes.
And I think that's what gets her
she
sideways.
She thinks she's conducting a spin class.
She thinks because there's people in front of her, like, you all need to be like pushed to clap, and she just loses her mind.
They just want to be entertained.
Like it's a Wednesday 5 a.m. Surge Cycle class.
It's like we turned off another
music.
customer. She's leaving. Well, sorry.
Yeah, I
did
know.
the best we could.
I know, we're ripping Lori.
Yeah, so,
People
maybe
don't
that's what it is.
So I don't get why. So the advice I gave her 2 days ago was, don't treat our audience like they're one of your cycling classes. Like, just talk.
Try to be less patronizing.
Just talk normal.
Yeah.
Don't yell at them like they
Don't
need
try
to up
you
their
have
resistance.
To work up the energy level. Just
our
the
crowd's
energy
fine.
level will be worked up if you give them good material.
Yes.
Right. That's the idea. That's the whole point of radio.
And we do that seldomly.
Well, that's true
time
too.
to time. But our audience is fine. You don't need to spin them up.
Very, very true. I mentioned
she's 3:30.
3:30 today, and then Andrew Zimmern whenever he can get here as well. I mentioned delirium in Detroit Lakes because the speculation ratchets up every hour on the hour that Adam Thielen might well be returning to Minnesota as a member of the Vikings. I mentioned earlier in the TV show, I think today's his birthday. I think he's 35 today, which is, by the way, a little old for a receiver.
Yeah.
And the question is the one you asked. Why would if he's that important to Carolina, why would they do it? Well, I guess the answer would be, if you get a king's ransom for a 35-year-old wide receiver, you have enough faith in the people behind him, you say, why the hell not? They're not in the business of helping out the Vikings. That's not their obligation. But maybe that's what it is, and that's what's going to be the question. Because you saw the quotes out of Carolina, which was, I think, from the head coach, that there's nothing to talk about yet until it gets serious. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that means it's not serious yet, or they've said, well, if you want to be serious, here's what it's going to take. And there are limits. I don't think you can give up a number one draft choice. No. With all due respect to Detroit Lakes and Adam Thielen. Thielen at this point, correct?
No, you shouldn't do that.
So it's got to be like a bad draft choice. And maybe, I don't know, is there a player we could throw in? I have no idea.
I don't know.
But here's the beauty. Here's why I am rooting for Thielen's return. The beauty of Thielen coming back is this time around, I got to believe, there can be no illusion from Thielen or the Thielen family about his position.
Yeah.
The offense and the wide receiver room will not run around him. He's not going to run it, right? I think there's a better chance, given his age,
right,
given the fact that Justin Jefferson is considered by many to be the best wide receiver in football,
right,
that he's got to know, this isn't about me anymore. I've got to fit into this. And look, I think he can help.
Big time.
I absolutely think he can help. As much as we kid about the one of us thing, should be of interest because he kind of fits, and he might be gettable. Those are the two reasons, regardless of whether he's the pride of Detroit Lakes.
Right, but that's what we said on TV. He's actually like exactly what they need.
Yes.
Just a good, solid third receiver.
As long as he doesn't do the tantrum stuff with the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Remember, because he did do that a couple times.
He did that with Kirk.
With Cousins.
Yeah. He did that with Kirk. But
he's got to know now, he's towards the end.
Yep.
He's a complimentary player now. There can be no illusion about that at this point.
But he was still pretty productive the last 2 years. 1,000 yards 2 years ago. He was on pace for 1,000 yards until he got hurt.
He missed 7 or 8 games last year, still caught 50 balls.
So that's why it could, like you said, Detroit Lakes to the side. If it was just Adam Thielen from wherever,
yes,
that would be a really nice fit.
No question.
The money seems good, and it's 1 year.
And 1 year.
A 1 year deal.
And it's needed. Like you said, I mean, because we may have a legitimate third receiver on this roster beyond Addison and JJ, but none of those have shown up yet. There's no certainty about any of them. There are questions involving each of them. And with Thielen, he knows the ropes. He obviously knows how to play the position. And then it's the favorite son comes home.
Oh, it'd be great.
It'd
be great.
I mean, he's got to be lobbying for it, doesn't he?
It depends.
Or does he think he's more of the chief receiving poobah in Carolina.
But I would also think he's been to Carolina now for a little while.
You think he might want to win?
Well, they're still kind of a mess,
Yes,
right? Are they not? I'm not watching the
QB
All-22.
made some strides last
Bryce
year,
Young?
right?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, we always talk about what's the reason to listen to preseason football on the Fan, and you can watch it tonight. It's the simulcast as well on Fox 9.
Is KOC going to be on the mic in the third quarter?
He's not, but Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah is.
Oh, that could be good. It's not going to be as good.
It's not going to be as good, but,
Yeah.
I mean, they got to bring it up, don't they?
They have to bring it up.
Because this has been reported now that the Vikings have reached out. Now, I don't expect Kwesi to go, yeah, we've been calling all day. But at least it'll be interesting to get him on the record.
Gessling has gone from kind of mocking and ridiculing the whole concept to now confirming what I think ESPN guy, I think it was a Schefter first?
Yes.
Shefty,
yep.
Call him, that they're at least having conversations, which doesn't mean a deal's done. Because, again, Carolina may say, we need him too bad, so we're going to ask for the moon. And at some point,
then you move on.
The Vikings have to find somebody else.
Right.
Say maybe somebody who's not quite as accomplished, but at least could give you another, give KOC another option. Let's get our first break in now. As I mentioned, as Guardsy reminds me, Lori Fisher, Fox 9 at the bottom of the hour. When we come back, I'll give you my first Larry David moment of the 2025 Great Minnesota Get Together. It actually took place yesterday, but we'll talk about it. We were so chock full with outstanding content and guests yesterday, we didn't get there. But we will today and get into a couple of other controversial subjects before we prepare for what could be another disastrous appearance with Lori Fisher. Stay tuned.
Farm Aid 40 is coming to Minneapolis. You can join Willie Nelson, Neil Young, Kenny Chesney, Dave Matthews, and more Saturday, September 20th at Huntington Bank Stadium. Celebrate 40 years of music, food, and family farming. Limited tickets still available. Get all the details, KFAN.com, keyword counter.
Fred Blakemore is at the controls back at headquarters. Blakemore, I have a question for you.
Go on.
Did you know you can't be 20 on Sugar Mountain?
You can't?
No, you can't. You know what that means?
Of course.
Probably not. No,
of course.
It's okay. You're too young.
Don't guess.
No, you mentioned Neil Young. It's from a Neil Young song. It's you mentioned Neil in concert with, what's the rest of the... It sounds like a heck of a lineup, is what it sounds like.
It's a heck of a concert. It's Willie Nelson, Neil Young, Kenny Chesney, Dave Matthews, and more.
Oh, yeah, Farm Aid?
Yes, sir.
Great. Yeah.
Big. I'm a huge Neil Young guy. That'd be another... You mentioned, all right, who's on the bucket list of people you haven't talked to in the last 30 years?
Right.
That'd be another one. I think he's impossible. I think the only reporter he talks to is Dan Rather.
Really?
And I don't think I'm going to quite get the same response as Rather has done a couple. Is it Access TV? He does a bunch of pretty good interviews actually with musicians. It's almost like he's morphed into that. No longer doing as much political stuff, but he had a great interview years ago where Greg Allman invited him to his compound in Georgia, and it was some outstanding stuff. Because it's not. And, I mean, Dan's not going to exactly hold their feet to the fire, but how much feet to the fire do you have to hold when you're talking about musicians?
Not a ton.
Not a ton. Exactly right. We are back from the Great Minnesota Get-Together where Lori Fisher will join us at the bottom of the hour. It is one of the interesting things about doing this show on location is running into caller celebrities.
Yeah.
And texter celebrities, correct?
Yeah.
For example, I think it's the first time I've met Maury Amsterdam guy. Now, he may say, well, no.
He comes up every year.
Every year. You forgot about him. I don't know. But he stopped by.
Yep.
And then I honestly don't think I've ever, nor I think could I ever have pictured what Warren looks like in real life.
Warren from St. Paul.
Warren from St. Paul. Honestly, I could not. You know how you try to, it probably looks like this or whatever?
Sure.
And I am gobsmacked by, in fact, before I even realized it was Warren, I should have realized because he was coming up explaining who the Vikings should get at receiver.
Yeah.
And who they should have gotten at receiver in Keenan Allen, who ended up going back to the Chargers. I think he's back with the Chargers.
Sounds right. Who we play.
Yeah. He was with the Bears last year. And he was fairly cheap. That might not have been a bad. Maybe that's more money than we want. Well, no, that's less money actually than Thielen.
Thielen's 6.5.
Of course, we may end up sharing some of that burden, right, with Carolina. If it's an actual trade that takes place.
We've got Dave from Shakopee here. I mean, it's just a who's who of KFAN callers and texters over the years.
And most
Friday
of them,
at the fair.
most of them I think are not dangerous, which is good for us.
Right.
I can't be sure that none of them are.
Depends on the day.
It might have something to do with that. Yeah. Well, it's you don't have to. You do not have to point. There's no need to more Amsterdam guy to point in other directions to take the attention away from yourself, because that sometimes then is viewed as trying too hard.
Right.
To say I'm not. As Common would say, Dahmer-like. Right.
Right.
All right. My first Larry David moment. So, as some will know who've listened to this show for a while, we have no chance during the week, unless we come really early, to park in the media lot because they close it for 2 hours because of that stupid parade.
Correct.
And
that is a proper way to describe it.
Yeah, it is. It's mindless. It's not. I believe in tradition. It's a bad tradition. They should stop it. But they haven't listened to me in the last 30 years.
Nope.
So that means, all right, well, I got to get here some other way unless I want to go through the parking lot deal, which, again, depending on the day, it's crazy. So I just say, okay, I'll drive to the University of Minnesota. There's a bunch of free lots there. Usually one of them is open. And then I'll get on the bus right next to the stadium. And then there's that closed roadway that runs between the University of Minnesota and the fair. Well, the dilemma is sometimes the line builds up to get on the bus at the U. So this was my situation. The bus that I was about to get on was almost completely full to the point where they do give you the option if you want to stand.
Yeah.
And I generally don't mind standing, but I said, well, do I want to stand or not? Or do I want, because I don't, then there's, well, how long am I have to wait for the next bus?
Right.
It was kind of hot in the sun. So I decide, all right, I've done it before. I'll, grab a strap and I'll just, I'll do it that way and I'll handle the stops and starts. I thought. So for whatever reason, we had the bus driver from hell, who I think almost purposely said, look, I got all these. And by the way, there were about 30 of us
standing.
I mean, not only were we, it wasn't like single file standing. We were like triple file. I mean, we were smelling each other's armpits whether we wanted to or not. And unfortunately, this is one of those, there's two kinds of bus drivers. One knows how to ease in and out, stops and starts and slowing down and whatever. Mm-hmm. And the other that just slams on the brake. And obviously, when you're standing, it's a little tough because you don't have that much room to gird yourself. And so we're like going side to side like it's an amusement park.
Like you're on the Midway.
Exactly, like some kind of a ride or something. So I almost went down twice. Fortunately, I did not.
A lesser athlete would have gone down.
But that's true.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to figure out, do you think that driver did it on purpose?
Yeah.
That was
probably
that was actually her in this case. Her enjoyment. Because it was ridiculous.
Did anybody say anything?
No, and that's what bugged me. Because I wanted to have, what do they say? Misery loves company?
Yeah.
I wanted to get, eye contact with her. People would go, my God. Because I will admit, I might have been throwing a couple Effenheimers around, a la the head coach, third quarter, second preseason game.
Yep.
And I wasn't cutting mine off the way he was, because he did it once and then I think realized what he did. So that was my first. It's like, I was, by the time we got to the parking lot here, I was already emotionally spent.
Seasick a little bit?
Because you're just going, and you're just, you don't have to jerk the bus to a stop on a dime. It's a bus, right?
And theoretically, they've done the route before. Although it was day one, maybe it was a new bus driver easing in.
Well,
was there a sticker that said, student driver, be patient on the bus?
It didn't, but they do sometimes, and sometimes they import them. Because sometimes, we've talked about this, there's not enough drivers.
Right.
So drivers from like Illinois, Michigan, Indiana, they come in, I guess because the money's good.
Yep.
The money's almost as good as getting the part of the Feeding Our Future scandal. We give away money a lot here.
Yeah.
We're very good at giving away money, and so the word gets out around the certainly the Midwest.
I do remember, that jogs my memory. I've had a couple of out-of-state drivers on that same bus route before, and they love it. They think we're all crazy.
They do.
They think we're all crazy. They have no idea why they're shuttling this many people, a mile and a half to get to a state fair, but they love doing it.
I'll say again, if everybody's seated, okay, you got to do what you got to do.
Of course.
But and by the way, she was encouraged. Come on in. No, we got more room.
Yeah.
Move back. A little more room back. And honestly, I have to believe we were breaking like 8 or 9 fire codes, because even if they allow standing, there's no way they allowed like 3 abreast standing, because then, the aisles aren't that wide. And guess what I'm stuck with too? To add a second layer to the Larry David part. stroller.
Oh, yeah.
Massive stroller.
Just
so
clipping
the back wheel is she's claiming she's moving it in as far as she can. I don't think she is. I think she's doing the opposite. So I'm down. I got like no room to balance or to move my feet because on the one side I got a stroller wheel, and on the other side I got two other people who are doing the best they can and are also having some wobbly balance issues.
I'm glad we had a lot of guests yesterday because I don't know if you would have been able to do the show.
Well, but did I whine about it yesterday?
You didn't.
I waited a whole day to whine about it.
You thought about it.
I thought about it. But meantime, I didn't sulk. I still did the show.
I'm surprised.
I thought about just getting back on a bus and leaving.
Well, I figured you would lead the show with it just to set the negative tone for the fair right there. But you rose above it.
I rose above it, and actually, like you said, I like the fair. You like the fair.
Yes.
Most of the time, correct?
99% of the time.
That's it.
Yes.
I prefer a little less corn sweat. By the way, the corn sweat T-shirts around the corner, doing well, I'm told. And what's our other one from Dong Show to Gong Show, which with every Twins
we have the original right there.
Oh, look at the Dong Show original.
Poor guy. You're still hanging in with the Twins stuff.
But, like I said, get the Gong Show one now because it kind of tells the Twins' history. Then it was a Dong Show.
Yeah.
Now, as they proved in a 3-game series at home against Oakland, it's a bleeping Gong Show. It's a disaster.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get worse the last month. Those are around the corner as well.
I actually wore that shirt last night. I wear that shirt to sleep a lot. More info than any of you need or cared about, but it's a nice shirt. It holds up.
Lori Fisher needs us to break badly.
Oh, she has been.
I think she basically she got a dose of warrant. She got warrened.
Yeah.
As they say in the business. Warrened, as they say in the business. All right, let's break.
Fair for what she did to Nordy, the wild mascot, earlier in the day.
That's creepy.
Yes.
Her deal
obsession
with mascots is very strange.
It's sick.
Yeah. She said
we'll talk
and every
to her
time
about
she and every time she takes a photo with a mascot, she sends it to me.
I know.
And you, like we're interested.
It's an illness.
The one that was weirder today was the Smokey the Bear one.
Oh, I don't know.
Did you see that one?
No, I think she
I'll show you the Smokey the Bear one.
Yeah.
That's just, it's unfortunate. Anyway, let's break. We'll come back and we will chat with Lori Fisher. And then, as I mentioned, in the 4 o'clock hour, our good friend Andrew Zimmern will stop by with, he always has excellent food tips, as most of you know. In fact, he kind of makes certain products. It was the donuts last year.
Among them, yeah.
He basically made that product.
Millions of dollars.
Literally might have been millions of dollars because he said early, that's the place to go. And from that point forward, the line was like 2 hours long.
Yeah.
That's it. Back from the Great Minnesota Get-Together with Fox 9 senior executive producer. She is, or needs to be gluten-free, just in case you didn't know it. We'll talk about all that and more with Lori Fisher next.
Get ready to laugh out loud. Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias is bringing his comedy tour to Treasure Island Resort and Casino September 6th and 7th. Don't miss out on your chance to see one of the world's funniest comedians. Get your tickets today, ticasino.com.
Please applaud those in front of us in the shadow of the grandstand. If you are or need to eat gluten-free, please apologize or please applaud. Nobody? There's nobody gluten-free in our. There's one.
Where are my celiac people at?
There's none. Wow, I assumed these days half the audience.
I think it's
would
like
clap.
1 in 100 people.
No, you know what it is? I assumed it had become such a viral thing that some people who really aren't gluten-free still applaud because they want to be a part of the group. And I'm suspicious that in your case, that's what drives you.
Well, I told you I do have the medical records to prove it.
Okay, all right.
But when I was diagnosed, I was 22, which was a million years ago, and there was nothing to eat. The gluten-free, you'd have to go to a special health food store,
sure.
and there were hardly any of them, and the food was disgusting. And then fast forward...
Now there's too many options.
20 years. Well, there's even here at the state fair, there's a bunch of places, and there's long lines. That's why I don't really eat here, because the lines are so long for the gluten-free booths.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fox 9 senior executive producer Lori Fisher.
Stop that.
See, you're not.
Don't raise the roof.
This is radio, not TV.
Stop raising the roof.
We don't have to be phony or have fake sincerity like
I think
you
it's
and Kevin
fun.
believe.
Do you guys like the energy?
Well, the energy doesn't have, but you don't want it to be fake.
It's not. This is how I am. You know me.
Yeah,
I've known Dan now for like 15 years.
Yeah, and I said earlier in the show, I still think you've misrepresented my crankiness level back when I was a
Would you
Fox
like me
9
to share?
contributor. Yeah, go ahead. Give me an example of what I would do.
Okay, so way back in the day, Dan was a contributor to the 5 o'clock news, and he would do a little hit during our 5 o'clock news, but from the radio station.
During the radio break.
Right, so there would be a camera, on you. And during the day, I'd have to email you or call you and say,
Topics,
hey, what
yeah.
topics do you want to talk about? And you may or may not get back to me in a timely manner. And then you were just like really short with me.
Well, I didn't know you then, maybe. I didn't know if I trusted you.
What Dan am I getting today?
Oh, it wasn't that.
And then,
You're making me sound like not enough.
I wasn't working with him then. I don't
Okay,
think.
okay.
We
No,
ne-
I don't think
this
Justin
was like
was you.
20 years ago because in our time, we've never done the 5 o'clock break thing.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
No,
And I've been with Dan since 09.
And, I was a newer producer, and you're a seasoned,
Yeah.
journalist.
A seasoned journalist.
It's a journalist.
Yeah.
So, no, it was like a little nerve-wracking. And then what happened in 2008, which really ticked you off, is we had to get rid of all of our contributors because of what was happening in the economy.
Hold on.
So we took a break.
I wasn't ticked off. In fact,
Well, you were the last one we held on to.
in fact, there were a couple people who were obnoxious about it, including the late great Nick Coleman, as I recall. It was like very difficult.
But he was always mad.
Well, that's true. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I was never on his level, and I did take pride in the fact that of all the contributors who were fired eventually, I was fired last.
You were.
So I put that occasionally
And
on my resume.
I don't think it was fired.
No,
It was more
it was
like
just ran out of
let
money
go
or-
due to
Yeah.
no budget.
Yeah, that was it. You think we could bring that back?
Well, maybe we could try.
Maybe I text Mim. Maybe I text Mim and see if we can bring that back.
Okay.
But that's then a camera again. That's too.
But then, in your defense, then you went and had a child, and I
Right.
feel like you
I haven't
softened
mellowed,
up
no.
you mellowed up over
No,
the years.
I
With
haven't.
me, you have.
Okay.
I feel like you.
Well, I
have
just
with-
know you better.
And
I
now,
don't think I ever was barking at you.
I text you photos of me and the mascots, and
Yes,
we have
you
a
do.
good relationship.
That's very, very true. So, Lori, what do you want to talk about today?
Let
You
me-
had
let
told
me
me
bring
you
up
were
my
going to
notes.
send me text.
No, and I have notes because
Well-
Pat Kessler had notes yesterday, so I feel like if he got to
He
have
always has notes. He
We rarely get
sends
to his
us
notes.
notes before every show, the morning of every show, with
Okay.
about 25 topic ideas.
see which ones you can get to, and
and he gives us the choice. We get to some, we don't get to some other ones.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you might learn from that. I mean, meanwhile, I asked you for a list 2 hours ago, and you never gave me one.
Well, I was busy trying to get enough said together.
No, it was after enough said.
Okay, well,
We take
here, I'll
the
share
12:15. All
So first, I have down. Last year, I got sick.
Here?
No, I was feeling sick. I was in Nashville days before the state fair,
Oh, I didn't remember this.
and then I missed. So I was here with you guys, and
Okay.
then I was taking the shuttle home a year ago, and fell asleep on the shuttle. Was
You
so
remember this? I don't even remember
A
this.
few of the details, yeah.
so
You
sick.
fell asleep on the
Okay,
shuttle?
here, let's take a step back.
Okay.
I used to show off about not getting what.
Sick?
Yeah.
COVID.
Incredibly
COVID.
durable.
So I used to show off.
You
that
had
I
just
never
been
got
a
COVID.
weird flex.
you know the
It
other
was a
person
weird
was like
flex
that?
that-
Kessler.
Yeah.
Okay, so I never got COVID, and I thought I was so cool because I went into work every day and I taught a exercise class and never got sick. And
Surge cycle?
surge cycling.
Okay, get it out.
You can
Yep.
bring it up here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do the gratuitous plug.
Okay. I'm a spin instructor, and I'm gluten free. No, but fell asleep in the shuttle on the way back. The next morning, my son was in a triathlon, was sicker than a dog, and it turns out I got COVID, so I couldn't be with you guys the following Friday for Enough Said. And
That's
Natalie
what it
Brinniger,
was.
who is fantastic,
Yes.
we adore her. We adore Natalie. She had to fill in, so I was only out here one day last year.
Well, what about the falling asleep on the shuttle?
I
Did
think
somebody-
it was like the start of me being sick.
But I mean, it's to the point where somebody had to roust you?
They had to do a little.
Really?
Yes.
Was it Warren? Was it from St. Paul? Was he the guy who rousted you?
I don't know. I think Warren's asleep right now.
Looks like he's dozing off. You're right. Look at Warren.
Warren, you sleeping?
Well, we do that sometimes. We have that effect on the
Oh,
show.
well, okay.
So are we
You-
bringing
you
this up
especially,
just
Lori.
for the record, or what? This is a topic you want to
this
talk
is
about? How you got sick? I'm confused why we're
no,
bringing
I'm
this
very
up.
grateful to be with everybody now.
I see.
Right?
Okay, so
Now we're
Yes.
clapping.
Um,
Now we're doing
See,
fake
again,
clapping.
that's
again.
it. You can't. You have to let the
They don't want to
crowd
clap for that.
itself
Okay.
decide they want to clap. If you try to urge them to clap, they're going to go, "Yeah, we'll do it," but we're doing it because we feel forced.
So
If
she
you
had
ha-
COVID a year
insincere
ago.
TV person.
If you had a steady cam, if you had a bump cam like we do right over there at Fox 9, and
Yeah.
we went across the crowd, I bet you would get like the wave going or
The
people
wave.
clapping more.
We would
could
not.
do the wave later.
We don't need
way-
them to clap. They're just here trying to listen and enjoy
Or
the
just
show.
they found a spot to sit.
Yeah,
Right.
We acknowledge that. Sometimes it's just especially a day like.
Well, you don't all have to nod your head in unison at once.
And you don't-
that's the only reason you're here.
And I know you've always wanted an awning, right? Like,
Yes.
but that's not. But
Been my
there's
dream.
no sun. It's humid,
today it's
but
fine.
not sunny. So,
Yeah.
like, it's a perfect spot to just chill.
Yeah. Well, in all honesty, the spot is great. I mean, when I don't remember what year we moved here,
Yeah, you guys have some good
but
space.
it's like it's one of the best spots, radio spots in
It's
the whole
awesome.
fair. I mean, there's no question about that. And Guardsey's heard the story too many times. He's probably bored with it, but I've been with the station long enough to where I remember where we used to be, and it was about like the entire booth was. You see where you're standing?
Yes.
It was from where you're standing forward was the whole booth.
Oh, wow.
There was nothing behind
two
us.
people could fit in
and
there.
basically 2 people, and then we had right in front of us was the pathway that people walked. So literally, as they're walking by us, if they put their arm out, they could have smacked us in the face. That's how little room we had. It was awful.
Where were you, though?
It was down. I'm not good on streets, but it was definitely down to the right.
Okay.
And much, much smaller.
Do you remember?
You know what we'll remember? We might be listening closer to Mark Ginther, because Ginther's the guy we'll remember those days, former programming director at the Fan. And in fact, I think it was Ginther who was responsible. We used to have technical problems all the time. And in this case, I think we were off the air in studio. For whatever reason, we weren't at the fair that day.
That's right.
Ginther insisted that because our line between the station and here was still good, that Chad and I continue to do a show just for the people who are walking by. Because, again, there was no place for them to stand or sit in those days.
So they'd saunter by for a few
allegedly say,
seconds.
no, you got to stay on there because you never know who's going to be walking by. You got to get
True,
the speakers
true.
going.
That's how you meet
like
people.
9 people.
Do you remember when Fox 9 was a
Yes.
ball throwaway where it says the Minnesotan? That's where we used to be.
That's true.
But-
in fact, it used to be annoying because you guys were very loud.
Because of the fake
because
clapping.
of the clapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone?
By the way, who showed up at your morning show today on location? Formerly a Fox 9 superstar.
Andrew Zimmern, who's going to be here.
No,
Oh,
that's
what?
one. Andrew Zimmer's going to be with us. No, former Fox 9
Oh,
morning anchor.
Alex Kendall, who
Alex
we talked
Kendall.
about last year.
That's it. Alex Kendall stopped by there, and there was the time where we got Common in trouble because he went over during a Kindle afternoon shot and was talking into one of those old cell phones loud enough that she ended up admonishing him. She was kind of working the crowd, and she ended up having to scold him that he was causing trouble.
Well, I mentioned Andrew, who's going to be a guest here in the next hour.
We hope.
No, he is, because I told him he was talking about he didn't know exactly what time, so we went to Justin's Twitter and looked at it together.
Yeah.
But
Well,
he and I go way back. I think we may have talked about this before, but we started the morning show at Fox 9 the summer of 1999, and this was before Andrew was the big star he is.
That's a long time.
Yeah, and he was our chef on the show.
Oh, yeah.
And so he was one
Was
of our
he
weekly
curmudgeonly
contributors.
like I was back in the day?
No, he's cool. He's not.
You're not
He's
gonna-
still cool. He's
very
even
cool.
cooler now.
Yeah. No, he's great. That's true. He's everywhere still.
He is everywhere.
And yet he remains committed to this bit. Obviously, he's known worldwide, and yet the fair, nobody waxes rhapsodic as well as Andrew Zimmern does about
Well,
the fair.
we were-
Everybody's
True.
got their fair appreciation stories. He's as good as any. I mean, he can bring it home in a way that I think even native Minnesotans can appreciate.
Well, what we don't have in common is I don't cook at all, at all. And he's, a master chef.
Can you do like a boil bag, like a Stouffer's boil bag, where you put
No.
like Swedish meatballs
No.
in boiling water?
I can scramble eggs. I'm pretty good at scrambling eggs. That's about it.
Well, that's okay. That's not bad.
But
How about a grilled cheese? Can you do a good grilled cheese?
I suppose.
Do you
I'm
make it
okay,
with
man.
margarine,
My
butter,
husband
or
cooks.
mayo?
My husband does all the cooking. I would do it with margarine.
Margarine. Some people say mayo is underrated.
Yeah.
Even though I don't like mayo, but that you don't really taste it on a grilled cheese. Can you confirm that, Guardsy?
I've heard
you've
that.
heard that.
I don't know if I've never done it myself, but I'm sure I've had one that was cooked with mayo.
Yeah.
Do you think
maybe I did and didn't know
PJ
it.
Fleck really hasn't had any mayo since the Mayo Bowl, like he said on the PJ Fleck show this week?
I do believe that. Yeah, he eats pretty clean usually.
Yeah,
I don't think he had a lot of.
probably never a mayo guy.
I don't think he had a lot of mayonnaise before that.
Right.
Yeah. but
And then
no.
especially when you're doused in it.
Because the smell, when you're doused with 5 gallons of mayonnaise, it's the smell that gets you more than the texture and the flavor.
Now,
It's
there's
gross.
three more people you've basically annoyed so much that they're leaving.
They're going to get food. They're going to get a grilled
Sorry,
cheese.
we
Sorry.
we did the best
What,
we
Are
could.
you leaving because of me?
Yeah, no question.
No, they just said no.
Oh no, they're
Oh,
not.
but what we do have in common, but I won't share details, is we both have teenage boys.
You and Andrew Zimmern?
Yes, not together, obviously.
Oh, yeah, well,
but, I have teenage
Yeah,
boys.
that's right.
He has
Okay.
teenage boys who are a few years older than my boys. So
Gotcha.
we were exchanging
Stories and
about
things
raising teenage boys.
Yes.
Anybody have teenage boys?
There's a few, I think. Yeah.
Did you point?
You need to tell them to clap.
No.
Yeah, see, it's radio. It's not TV.
What? What?
They're not going to be.
We don't have like the kiss cam on, you guys. There's no.
You heard about
awkward
you
moments.
You would have been at Fox 9 when we had. I don't think we only did it 1 year. Guardsy still is embarrassed whenever I bring it up, but it was a good. I want to say 20 years ago.
I think it was my first fair with you.
Oh, okay.
Which would have been 09.
So 09. So
Yeah.
close to that. We did a bumper to bumper makeout contest,
On the grandstand
and
bridge.
we did it right up the bridge.
Yeah.
No, you.
We did.
Yeah, we
No,
actually
it's not.
did.
Like,
and what's sad about
you know
it is
what? I think I remember this because we would have been right across
you could
the
have.
hall.
Yeah, you would have been there. And
Just nonstop kissing.
Like right where those
well,
two were
we
standing.
we
right
didn't
there.
say make out whoever you can without getting arrested was the idea. We didn't want you to get arrested, and quite frankly, the winners could have gotten arrested.
Yes, it was graphic.
It was pretty
see,
graphic.
That's why I don't need that.
But I mean, no, they didn't take their clothes off or anything. It was just
Not then.
passionate.
Just
Not
kinda-
then.
Not right that moment.
Yeah.
And
slobbery.
I think that same day, later that show, we had Alan Page.
I think he was waiting in the back
Might have
while it
been,
was
which
happening.
made it a little
He's like, this is
uncomfortable.
what I have to
A
follow.
little more dignified individual, and then we got the makeout contest. But we never.
Why did we
I
do
talked
that?
about bringing it back?
I know.
You were bored with it.
What did the makeout winners win?
We had to have tickets or something.
We had probably a T-shirt from
Yes.
like 4 years
a
before.
couple of Sweet Martha's cookies.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
We didn't have much, but it was well attended, and it was.
I just feel like you should be more highbrow than that.
Well,
It
but
was a little out of character for
Yeah,
me.
but
that
so
doesn't
don't
really
you have to mix
scream
it up
bumper to
sometime?
bumper to
You got to
me.
mix it up. It's the fair, though.
Yeah.
You got to get a little gritty.
Do you have
And it
don't you?
also depends on what time of the day you do it. Because if you did it in the morning,
the morning would make
I
no
think
sense.
the contest would be much different. Well, I know it's not,
Yes.
what time you're on.
Yeah.
Than if you did it at 7, 8, 9 p.m.
And
Right?
my recollection is we had heterosexual couples and we had homosexual couples, didn't we? We had at least one.
We were very inclusive.
I thought we were very inclusive, which
Yeah,
I thought
we
was
were-
good. I thought
Thank you
we were
for
ahead of
pointing
our-
that out.
we were ahead of our
time.
time.
We were,
Yeah.
there's no big deal. Yeah, it's the makeout
Yeah,
contest.
whoever you want to be in with is
Just
fine.
no animals involved.
So
That's
I
what we
think-
said.
We did draw a line.
Yeah, we did.
If you were listening right now and you were in that contest, please text what number?
64686.
Yep.
The Bradshaw and Brian
Yeah.
campaign text line.
Well,
we
then
won't, we
Blake-
won't get.
Blake-
And
Or
maybe
could-
we
could
can
watch,
get
or could find
them a gift bag.
Why?
Right?
Did
Like-
you have-
By the way,
Gift bag?
is she going to get a gift bag? But I don't think she
I
did.
want a gift bag. 'cause
Every
we
other
gave
guest.
Kessler stuff from last year,
Scheduled
and
gift.
I'll take last year's stuff. I don't care.
Well, PJ didn't take his. You just want his?
Looks
Yes.
like Krasinski didn't take his either.
Yeah, Krasinski didn't take his.
Are they two
Just
different
take
things? Can I
Krasinski's.
take both of them?
Just pick whatever you
Well,
want.
take whatever you want
Okay.
because
Yeah.
Krasinski's going to be on with us next week.
Okay.
We'll
Oh,
have
yeah,
a
that's
second
right.
shot at it.
That's
love
right.
him. I love him so much.
So, when are you going to? I mean, do you think there were some rumors that you were flirting with the idea of moving to a bigger market like Los Angeles? Is there any chance that could happen? I mean, are you
No.
locked and loaded for Minnesota?
I am locked and loaded
Why?
for Minnesota
Why?
because I'm from here, and
Yeah, but
who else is from Minnesota?
there she goes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta
yeah.
clap it.
Isn't it hard? Like once you're here, right? I'm currently co-directing my.
These
high
people are sick of being
Oh,
told
no.
to
Are you
clap, and
leaving
now they're
because of me?
leaving. Yes, because you're forcing them to
Leaving
clap.
because of me?
They just want to sit
Oh,
here.
he just said I. No,
No, she
the
turns
little girl
around.
said
She
no.
feels bad.
Oh, they're going to Megan.
Well, no, they're
There we go.
not going to admit it. They don't want you to feel bad, but you could tell that was the reason.
Like, are we going to have to clap the whole show?
I'm planning my 30th high school reunion right now,
You're unbelievable. See, and you're into that stuff. See,
and you know what the theme is? Bringing it back to Blaine.
very alliterative.
Because we're
Bringing
literally
it back to Blaine.
doing it at
And
Blaine Brook Bowl.
Is it fair accurate to say that 30 years later you will again ignore John Krasinski as you did when you were in high school together?
Well, we didn't graduate the same year,
Yeah, that's
so
a
he
good
will
point.
not be.
He
at
will
the
not be a
reunion.
part of that, yeah.
But I should invite him as a special guest.
Can I ask you something? You are see. I mean, maybe this is a function of our high school lives. I was painfully shy in high school and a recluse.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if the last time I've even thought about anybody I went to high school with.
Okay.
Meanwhile, college was very different for me. But high school, it sounds like it was so big to you that you still know like 75 people in your class.
Well, I think a lot of Minnesotans
Now, you're younger.
stay in
That's
Minnesota.
not-
If you're from Minnesota and stay in Minnesota, that's like one beef that people have, like that you still have your high school friends and it's hard to get into other groups.
Yes.
But it's interesting you pointed that out because we were having difficulty selling tickets for our high school reunion. I graduated with 500-600 people, We were at 95 tickets, and we're just a little more than a month away. And I think it's exactly, to your point, not everyone has those cherished memories of high school. And, and I have 2 kids. I have my son, my older one, who is going to be a senior, and he is going to college his senior year because he's over high school. He's like, I want to be in the sports of the high school, but I'm kind of over it. I don't need that. And then my younger one is going to be a freshman, and I think he's going to just love high school, and he's very social and all that stuff. So if you don't have great memories of high school,
that's a lot of it,
you probably aren't really into going to your reunion. But if you're still friends with lots of people and you do have fond memories and all that kind of stuff,
which you
I
apparently
do.
did.
I disagree,
I loved high school.
But I disagree. I think it's because they all still hang out and they're all still friends and they all still see each other a lot. They don't need to go to the reunion.
That's a good point.
But
they hang with the people that they want to hang with. And
right,
that's it.
but all the tickets we've sold are all people that we see each other all the time. So we're like, where
Aren't
are
you
all those
sick of
other
each other?
people?
At some point, don't you get tired? I mean, because you've
It's not like
obviously changed and grown a little
So maybe
bit.
the other 400 people didn't like you 100.
No,
maybe
I only get one high school.
Were
girl
you in like
weekend here.
you were with the cool people?
I don't know. I wouldn't say. I don't know.
No,
I have
you
to
don't
ask
know.
someone else
She's
to
just
do
fake-
that.
fake
I'm not
TV.
sure.
You're
I don't
one of
think
the
we were
cool-
the coolest. I just think we were nice to
Second
everybody.
coolest plateau because their
Like we were
plateaus
like
are
friends
cool.
with everyone. It's the group that's friends with everyone.
I don't believe. Well, John Krasinski is proof that's not true. Even though he's a different class, you didn't have to you could have acknowledged him occasionally.
I over acknowledge him now because
to compensate.
Yes,
guilt.
I do. I do. I feel guilty.
Because you didn't think he's one of the beautiful people. You were like, patting him on the head, like cute
I
little.
tell him all the time how proud I am of him. I'm so proud of him.
Sure, you appreciate that.
I am.
Yeah.
I mean, he's great.
He's done very well. There's no question about it.
But you know who else did great?
Who's
and
that?
I see them in the crowd.
Oh, we're doing that?
Oh,
are you okay with that?
Well, I mean, you have to now.
Junior
Okay.
reporters?
We have a new batch of junior reporters on Fox 9 today at 5:15.
Oh, and you're clapping for him.
The Guard children.
All 3?
All 3 of them.
Did they
are
go
stars.
as a team or did they get separate?
They went as a team.
As a team, okay.
They went as a team, and my intel, I purposely did not go out. We sent Natalie Brinegar,
who
also hosts Enough
very
Said,
capable Natalie Brinegar, I might add.
senior producer,
Who is not
Natalie.
gluten-free as far as I know. Go
No,
ahead.
she was eating an Al sub when I left her, so she's not gluten free. She said that they were adorable,
Okay.
did a great job. They all had their own special roles, and she can't wait for us to see
So that's going to
how it
run
went.
tonight or tomorrow?
It is running today at 5:15, and not only did they go out and they were our junior reporters, they're also going to be on stage
It's a lot of TV time.
and intro their piece.
That's nice, yeah.
Did you guys have fun? Yeah. And, when they're wearing matching t-shirts.
You got them under pressure.
Right.
Like they got to say it. What are they going to say to you?
Justin's children are just the perfect combo of he and his wife. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
they're just so cute. They're so
We're on the
cute.
radio now. You're
I know,
aware, right?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
5:15.
I love your wife, too.
Yeah, thank you. So do I. Yeah. 5:15.
Giovanzi is still bitter that you never brought her back as
Okay,
second
well,
year.
so-
She's still not gotten over it.
Well, I think you age out, don't you?
You do age out, and we always have to give another batch of kids a chance.
Oh, you do?
So
I
my
see.
son Thomas was the
He
same
did.
year as
That's not
yeah.
true. You got 2 of your kids went twice.
Okay, no, not
Oh, wow.
my kids.
Fox.
Oh, other kids.
Other kids have
It's-
done it several. No,
Okay,
don't.
okay.
This is not my first rodeo.
It's because they're the children of our head photographers, so they
funny.
have a whole produced stuff
okay.
and they talk about it ahead of time.
I guess
They know
I'm the
exactly
idiot.
What they're going to do.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Okay,
But you
that's-
do age out at some point.
Yeah. I still look back at those things. It's unbelievable. And she's like, how many years ago would that have been? 8 years ago? 7?
So that year it was my son, Gia, and Ron Johnson's girl.
Yes, that's right.
Because we did a little promo, and yes, it was before I was. God, yeah, it had to be like 6 years ago.
It had to be
6
6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
That's
unbelievable.
wild.
Yeah.
And then you see the
Now you
little
see
video
how
of them.
big
and
they are now, and they look like they're 4, from back then. But that's the reality of it.
Time is just running too fast.
All right, you got 2 minutes
Okay.
to give us your best stuff because we're still waiting. Oh, sorry.
See, this is why I get so nervous.
Talk more about your illnesses. I thought that I thought that killed.
Yeah, that went
pre-pro.
well. That went well.
You guys just talk it up so much, and then you make me more nervous, and then people start texting me saying, "Hey, I'm." Our executive producer Eric texted me a little bit ago. Hey, I'm in the car. I'm going to listen, and then you guys. It just makes it even.
I
more
think this is the
nerve-wracking.
best you've ever done with
I
it.
do too.
I think this
I think
has
it's been
Yeah,
better.
thank
Yeah.
you.
because it's been conversational.
Yeah.
You've only
Thanks.
forced people to clap
But
half a dozen times.
But you annoyed me today during the
I always
taping.
annoy you. Oh, during the taping, I know
Yes,
you were a little edgy with me today.
Well, only because
You're like, I'm trying to ask you. A
Yes,
question.
well, yeah, you're working the crowd. We don't need the crowd at that point. And I'm trying to get you, because this is something I think that is in your wheelhouse about TikTok. not necessarily that you're on it, but you have good instincts about, well, what the hell drives this
I like
stuff?
social media.
Yeah, and so I'm trying to give you a chance to be more involved in something that isn't scripted on a screen.
Well,
because you can react, and you didn't want to.
Nothing was scripted today in my defense. We did not have a teleprompter.
Oh, is that true? Oh.
Right, and I didn't have a monitor, so I can't see you either.
I see.
And I had Bob next to me talking to me.
Bob.
So
Bob's your best friend.
yes, I love Bob. He sits in the same spot every year. Watching Enough Said, he's great. He's awesome. And I was a little distracted, so my apologies. But you did get, if you want to see him get edgy tonight, it's in the second block.
Second block.
Yes.
Are we going to be on time tonight, or are we preempted for football?
No. I mean,
football's starting
Fox
already.
9's awesome, but we have volleyball tonight. So
We're preempted for volleyball.
We're pushed.
That's what it's come to?
10:30 on Fox 9.
What
10:30
volleyball?
Fox 9. Yes.
What volleyball are you talking? Pro volleyball? College volleyball?
College volleyball.
What conference? Like
That hurts.
I don't know.
It's got to be Gophers.
I don't know.
It's got to be the Gophers, right?
volleyball? Are you being
not the Gophers?
Are you trying to get me going? Or are you serious?
No,
It's
I'm
volleyball.
serious. Don't get me in trouble.
You don't even know who's preempting us? That's how obscure it is?
It's a lot of
Volleyball.
times.
I mean, I love volleyball, but
I know we're preempted by the Saints on Fox 9 Plus.
Well, yeah.
So, but
that's normal.
We're actually against ourselves. We're on at 10:30 on Fox 9 Plus and 10:30 on Fox
Well, you
9.
heard the complaints from people. That's what bugs them. They go,
I know.
we
I
love watching the
understand.
show, but we never know when the hell it's on.
Okay, so you need to push everyone to what, Justin?
Fox Local.
Fox Local. So if you haven't downloaded the Fox Local app on your
It's like several people are doing it right now.
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
they're looking at their phones and
No,
texting.
you guys, this app is amazing.
It's
so
a good
just
app.
like you stream Netflix or Amazon Prime or whatever.
Or iHeartRadio.
You can watch
You know what, though?
our live newscast.
iHeartRadio is free.
So is this.
Oh,
Fox
okay.
Local's free. You can watch all the Enough Said shows. If you
you
can
wanna
watch
just-
both Jason shows, you can watch all the
Go on a
Fox 9
streaming binge of Enough
Fox 9
Said.
documentaries are on there.
Yeah.
And then you can also do it on your phone. So let's say you're at your cabin or you're in Florida or you're in
It's not that
Japan.
difficult, I agree.
You can jump on there, and I jump on it when I'm getting ready in the
Now,
morning.
I will say, you might notice when you're on the app, there might be how do we put it, a more dramatic presentation of how to get to the Jason show than to get to Enough Said. There might be a bit of an emphasis.
Fewer
I'm
steps.
I'm just saying.
We are it's Jason, and then it's like Taste Buds, and then it's Unscripted, and then it's us. So we're right there.
We're only
in
fourth.
front.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, I mean,
We're behind
on
Taste
once.
Buds?
We're behind I mean,
We're on
no
once a
offense.
week.
I love Pippi, but come on.
I love Dawn. We're behind Unscripted. Man.
Wow.
Gee, should we start shopping around?
It may be time.
By the way, we're preempted.
We're not under contract.
We're
No.
preempted for a volleyball doubleheader tonight in Lincoln, Nebraska. So this is a Fox thing. It's obviously a national thing.
Thank you for clarifying.
Pittsburgh and
National
Nebraska
volleyball on Fox.
against Florida and Stanford.
Oh, those are teams that don't like one another.
Yeah, Pittsburgh and Nebraska first, and then Florida and Stanford second.
That's
College
cool. I can't
volleyball
wait.
doubleheader will preempt enough.
That means it'll probably go long.
Oh, yeah.
Set one of the matches, so then we'll be on at like 11.
Well, my
11:30.
apologies to all those people who DVR, because my mom gets upset too, because then she misses the show. So, but now she has Fox Local on her phone and she can watch it anytime.
Good
All right.
plug. Good job.
Lori Fisher, thanks for coming to see us. Lori
Thanks,
Fisher,
everybody.
ladies and gentlemen.
Thank
There
you.
she is. She
Thank
had to
you.
clap for
Thank you.
herself first. They were going to clap.
I don't know. I'm feeling
They were
like
going to clap.
mixed feelings.
Well, I mean, I don't think everybody loved you, but I think
Justin's kids aren't even clapping.
a higher percentage
No,
of
they're a
people.
tough
well,
crowd.
Kids never care about. I mean,
Okay, enough said.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lori Fisher, and then we'll come back. Don't forget, in the 4 o'clock hour, our last hour for today, because of Vikings pregame show taking over at 5, we will get some time, as much as we can, with Andrew Zimmern. We'll also come back with some breaking Minnesota Wild news. No, it is not, unfortunately, Kaprizov related, but could it be the appetizer for a Kaprizov announcement? We'll give you details, get into a couple of other stories when we come back from the Great Minnesota Get-Together right here on the Fan.